you, David, and thank you to Jennifer, and a huge thank you to Ms. Ward for pinch hitting so well and so eloquently here. It's always more fun to have a debate. It really is, and one of the reasons that I have worked on this for a long time, and I've actually been an Electoral College junkie really since the 90s. So before it was cool, right? Legitimately before 2016, before 2000, I became interested in all this. And one of the really edifying things about working on it is that this got a little bit less true after 2016, but it's not necessarily a partisan issue, right? I mean, people of good faith, for reasons that aren't just, I want my team to win, can take very different positions on the Electoral College, and I want to acknowledge that up front because it's part of why I'm here. It's part of why I think addressing this in a debate format is such a good way to do it. Let me start off by just sharing with you the way that I think about this, and it applies to a lot of things in our Constitution. So I live in Oklahoma now. I grew up in Seattle, and so the opportunity to come to a place that's this green and actually has vertical undulations in the land, and even some snow this time of year, it just makes me feel good to my core. And growing up in Seattle, I'm sure this is true here, you learn a lot about the ecosystem, right? You learn about the food web. You learn about the complexity outside of our window, right? And this is how I think about the Constitution, right? And our whole political ecosystem, right? Is that it is complex. It's a web, right? They used to do the food pyramid, and now no self-respecting biology teacher will teach the food pyramid, right? Because it's a web. It's more complicated than that, right? And this is the most important thing when we think about the Electoral College. Is not what did the founders think about it, not what does it say in the Federalist Papers. I love all that stuff. I think it's really interesting and it can help inform our debate. But the most important question is, how does it shape the incentives within our political ecosystem? And if we were to change it, how would that ecosystem reorder itself? Right? Because we know that it would. I mean, that's just inevitable. I mean, when we talk about presidential elections, we're not just talking about selecting a person to be president. We're talking about a process that relates to the way our national political parties structure themselves, which then trickles down to political parties right here in the county, right? I bet there's a county Republican Party and a county Democratic Party, and much of what they do is shaped by incentives that are created by the Electoral College, right? How we think about the president and the presidency and the president's power vis-a-vis the other branches of government, all of these things are intertwined.